Hi everyone, my name is Nikko Jones, mortgage loan officer with NEXA Mortgage, and today I'm going to walk you through the process of obtaining a home loan using an ITIN. That's an individual taxpayer identification number. If you or someone you know doesn't have a social security number but still pays taxes in the US, United States, this presentation is for you. How to get an ITIN home loan. Now, the first part is understanding what is an ITIN. An ITIN is a tax processing number issued by the IRS. It's used by individuals who aren't eligible for a social security number, and it helps people file U.S. tax returns and pay taxes. What makes ITIN loans different? There's no social security number required. ITIN is used for identification and tax verification. Now, it being considered a non-QM loan, a non-qualified mortgage, it's not conventional. It's higher down payment requirements, typically 15% to 25%. Stronger documentation is often needed for income and assets. It's not eligible for a traditional Fannie Mae Freddie Mac benefit. Again, this is a non-QM loan. And interest rates can be typically slightly higher compared to conventional loans. Now, it's important to note, being that the rates are typically higher with an I-10 program, and the reason being there is a associated risk with an I-10 taxpayer not yet obtaining a citizenship. And 9 times out of 10, if you are looking into this program, you are working towards obtaining your citizenship. That being said, you would be able to refinance in the future when you finally do obtain your citizenship, but this is a great tool in order to be able to earn part of the American dream without actually having that yet. You're still an I-10 taxpayer. You are still contributing towards the economy. So this is a good tool to get you to point A to be able to get to point B. Now, who uses I-10 loans? We hinted at it a bit earlier. Immigrants without social security numbers, foreign nationals working or living in the United States, are self-employed, are small business owners using I-10s. Half of the battle is knowing, and again, I-10 loans are considered non-QM, non-qualified mortgage, or portfolio loans, meaning they're not associated with Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae. They're not going to be conventional. And these loans are funded by private lenders or investors, not the government-backed entities. Now, guidelines such as down payments, reserves, and credit requirements vary by lender. So it's very important to work with a loan officer who has access to multiple I-10 friendly investor programs. Being with NEXA Mortgage, we have access to over 270 plus lenders. So again, you could hit up my contact information if you're interested and looking more into your particular scenario, and we could see what you'll be able to qualify for and be able to move forward. The basic eligibility checklist for the I-10 home loan program is: one, you got to have a valid, unexpired I-10. There need to be 2 years of filed tax returns, thus showing a proof, a consistent income. Again, the down payment requirement is around 15 to 25%. They do vary from lender to lender. Now, maybe you might luck up with a lender who wants 10%. Maybe you might have a lender who requires 30%. But typically, it's 15 to 25%. And then you also need a government-issued photo ID. So that being said, the documents needed to apply, it's going to be 2 years of tax return. It's going to be pay stubs or income documents that show that you are making this income and you're good for it. Bank statements, a photo ID, that could be a passport, a consular ID, etc., and an I-10 letter from the IRS. So again, the first step would be to pre-qualify with a licensed mortgage loan officer. I am a licensed mortgage loan officer, and my contact information, if you are looking to pursue such a program, will be in the description below. And then the next step will be to submit documents. Then underwriting is going to review your documents. Everything goes smoothly, you'll get approved, and thus you'll be able to close the loan and get your keys. Little sidebar here. I'm working really hard on these videos. If you enjoy the information, the education that you're receiving, please do hit the like button and subscribe button. And there will be more mortgage related videos in the future. I'd really appreciate it. Cool beans. Now we have some tips for first time ITIN buyers. The first tip being start saving. Start saving for your down payment early. Again, it's a higher amount. So the sooner that you start saving, the sooner that we could have that down payment required so that you're able to start the actual process. Keep a clean, traceable income history. Be able to show that consistency that you are consistently earning in order for it to be a smoother process. Work with a lender who could guide you through ITIN loans and ask questions. This is your home journey. This is going to be a place where you rest your head. So no question's a stupid one. Be sure to ask questions. Heckle us. Make sure that we work to be able to obtain your trust and being able to work you through the process of obtaining your home. Now, some common questions that we have with ITIN programs. The first being, can I buy with no credit? And the answer to that would be yes, with alternative trade lines. So if you don't yet have a credit score with one of the three major boroughs, that doesn't mean you're necessarily out of luck. You would just have to prove your income through alternative trade lines, that being rent payments, utility bills, cell phone bills, car insurance, streaming services, gym memberships. In some cases, you have to prove that you have some other trade line showing consistent income and you're making consistent payments. Those look great, and that will be able to help you. Just to kind of elaborate more on whether you be eligible for ITIN program with no credit, and that answer being yes with alternative trade lines. The key here is consistency. So as long as you're able to prove your financial responsibility in a 12 to 24 month period, then yes, we'll be able to use them as proof of your credit worthiness. And often this could be verified through your landlord or your bank statement. So don't worry if you never had a credit card or auto loan. As long as you can show financial responsibility in other ways, I can help you move forward with an ITIN home loan. Can I buy a multi-unit property? Yes. Depending on the program, depending on the lender, that is something that you would be able to do. And can I refinance later? As I stated earlier, a bit earlier in the video, absolutely. Once you qualify, you would be able to do a refinance later, hopefully for a lot better rate. When we get to that point, then we will know. That's why it's important that you stay locked in with your mortgage loan officer. When the time comes, you will be able to travel that avenue. So let's get you pre-approved. If you fit all criteria, this sounds like a great fit for you. You have a valid ITIN, you've been filing your taxes the past 2 years, you got steady income, money saved up for a down payment, and you're paying your bills on time, even if you don't have a credit score, then yeah, you would be able to be eligible for an ITIN program. So you would text or call me to get started. You can reach me directly at 743-330-1454. My email is njones@nexamortgage.com. I'm going to leave my contact information in the description, as well as with a Calendly link if you want to schedule a time block to go over your particular scenario. And again, no social security number needed, just responsibility, consistency, and a little guidance, which is where I come in. So if this sounds like you, hit me up. Let's get you pre-approved. Again, I'm Nikko Jones with NEXA Mortgage LLC. Until next time, again, please like and subscribe. And there will be more mortgage-related videos in the future. Cool beans. Take care.